Hey there, Joe Cox Jr. Getting through you this narcissistic world, making your life more simple. That's why I named my book that, the Rooster. Um, what we realize is that our life can become simple when we know the right decision to make every time. So this is why we're going through these videos, to helping you understand certain situations and how to make the proper decision for yourself every time. And that is possible. You're very capable of making the most beneficial decision for yourself. Every decision has a trade-off. Every single decision in life does. The question, what is the most beneficial decision for you at that time in your life? And then looking back, why did you make those decisions at the time? And chances are it's because you didn't have information, and a lot of that information you'll find on these videos. You did not have certain information to help you understand where your decision even comes from. Your decision comes from your belief systems. If you have a belief system that was designed and adopted in your childhood, that's how your life is going to run. Just imagine your belief system is like a program. Hey, that's why this is interesting, because this is one of the reasons why we come from a narcissistic family and then we wind up attracting narcissists. That's the vibe we put off. That's the energy we put off. That's our program. So what I'm hoping you to understand on these videos is how to recognize, to how to make the right decisions, or should I say the most beneficial. We use the right and wrong decision on most things, but it's really, what is the most beneficial decision for you in your life? So what we have is, we've got a narcissist. Okay, this is the key to where you understand. And it took me, I saw it, but it didn't really sink in until I was in my 30s. And I realized, I might have been almost 40, heck, but I would go to my father. Okay, I found this electrical work van. I went to him, I was telling him all about it. Here I am, still wanting validation and talk with him, and just kind of tell him about, because he knows a little bit about cars and stuff. So I was telling him about it and age and price and that sort of thing. I said, "It's a good deal. I'm gonna run over and get it." "Oh, I think you should just look around. Just keep shopping around, look around and find. Don't jump on anything just yet." I'm like, is he blind? What I just told him, that's a good deal. And at the time, they were hard to find, this particular style that had the work bands and all in it, and ladder rack and everything I needed. I went over there and went ahead and bought it. I drove that van for several years, put about 50,000 miles on it, and sold the van, I think, for $300 more than I paid for it. But yet my narcissistic father told me I shouldn't. I'll just wait on it. Didn't have a discussion about it. He just told me what to do. He said, "Oh, I'd just wait on that." That's the way they would do it. I'll just wait on that if I were you. Blah blah blah. And that's always a passive aggressive way of disagreeing you or invalidating everything. It wasn't like, "Well, how many miles on it? Well, what about this and what about that?" That's the way intellectual people that really want you to make a good decision, they'll start asking you questions before they'll give you any advice on it. Come to me and say, I'm looking at buying this van." I said, "Okay, what brand is it? How many miles? Has it been serviced? What kind of condition is it in? The tires good on it?" You've got to know all this stuff to even assess it. But not him. He can simply just strike it down. This is what I'm talking about. This is what hopefully, this is another one of those things that will open your eyes, that a narcissist tends to never agree with you. You thought about that? They'll always try to change your mind. That's probably more valid. It's not only they won't agree with you, they'll try to always change your mind from what you want to do. Everything I wanted to do, I was never supported from either one of my parents, and I always tried to change my mind. And if I did what they did, they wanted me to do, which I did that several times, and it turned out bad, and I would tell them, Well, why did you do it? You can't win. You cannot win. And that's when you come up in a world you feel like you can't win, that's what gets you so discouraged. That's such toxic energy and all. Well, my point is why did I even care what they said? Why did I need validation from them? That would be my thing within me. Why did I need their validation? It's because we need connection. And this is where a lot of the medical stuff doesn't go into it and help you understand. Why they'll say, oh, just don't get validation from your parents. Okay. This is why a lot of the recommendations, they sound good, but when you go try to apply them, they don't go smoothly. Something's wrong. Something feels off. It's because we need the validation. We need to be connected through our validation. You know, like with me and my wife, we have great communication and we validate each other because we're on the same path. So when she asks me something, I'll ask her questions and I'll say, yeah, that sounds like, based on what you're telling me, it sounds like a good deal. Or that's okay, you can go do that. Or, you know, whatever. It's, you know, and a lot of things I tell her, you don't have to ask me, just go do it. You're good, I trust you. She has more than built up my trust. She's got my back. She's shown me more than once how she has my back. It actually made me a little uncomfortable the first few times she had my back because it was so abnormal to me. That's the problem that we run into coming from narcissistic background. We don't even know how to react to the stuff that the way things are supposed to process. We get into a good relationship and many of us will self-sabotage it because it feels uncomfortable. I started making great money. I self-sabotaged myself. I can look back and see it now because it goes back to that worthiness. All these things that it's hard to understand until you understand that your wholeness comes from a balance of mind, body, and spirit. You'll notice on all these videos, it all goes back to wholeness. You feeling and becoming a whole person. No longer feeling broken or fragmented or not being yourself. Having wholeness is being your authentic self. So hopefully that's been an enlightenment thought of the day for you. So hopefully that all these videos are helping you out. Let me know how I'm doing and how I can help you more. From my heart to yours, I wish you nothing but blessings. Bye-bye.